right. Evansville's Mayor Stephanie Terry is here with the city's Harvard Fellow, Sevely Tickley. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask Stephanie first, tell us about the Harvard Fellow project for the city and how you identified Sevely.
Yeah, so myself along with two other senior leaders are in a year-long city leadership program through the Bloomberg Harvard network, and through that, we identified a project or a priority area. Neighborhood revitalization, as you know, is my top priority.
That's your passion, yes it is.
So it only makes sense. We went with neighborhood revitalization, and as a piece of that, we've been looking at how do we remove blight. We know that housing is a need, and so we want to provide opportunities for future development in our city. And so we applied for a Harvard Fellow in Sevely. We were awarded that opportunity, and so this summer Sevely's been with us for 10 weeks now. She's in her final week, and tomorrow's doing her final presentation, which we're really looking forward to, with some developers and others that are already invested in housing development. So
it's exciting.
It is.
So, Sevely, tell me about your research and what you're looking for. Maybe that'd be a best thing for you to start is how do you define a blighted property? We hear a lot about it, but we maybe not always know what that is.
So the blight property, generally the classification goes from something that has dilapidated roof structure or something that is not well maintained and has some broken windows, doors, weeds growing in. The foundation might be a little broken or not steady enough for the building to withstand for a longer period of time. So those are like the generic classification of blight properties, but when I started the research, we realized that there are different categories that we'd have to look into for the blight zones, which is why we sort of, for the city of Evansville and for the area that I'm practically focusing on, we looked at blight into different classifications at stages, where we have tried to look at low blight, high blight, and medium blight region, so that we can actually look at prioritizing each one of them in as a priority zone, so that if it's a high blight property, we would want to look at it first as against which is a low blight.
So when you're talking to making your presentation tomorrow and addressing the audience, what's your goal for that particular presentation?
Yeah, I think one of the primary things while we were mapping the sites and vacancy and blight, I realized that it's not just about mapping the vacancy and blight, but about trying to tell people and about trying to analyze the fact that these are opportunity zones. These are the zones that are vacant, but they are also something that could be potential economic or social or community drivers within the city. And we really need to look at it as through a perspective of, okay, these are vacant blight, maybe not. These are opportunity zones. These are the zones that we would really want to focus and prioritize on to make the city better in some capacity.
Well, you are singing her love song, speaking her love language, as you know. So, Stephanie, at this presentation and beyond, after this extensive work that Sevely has done, what's the next step for you?
Well, I think for us, and we were talking about this on the way over, is really identifying what other funding resources could we pull together, whether that's with the private sector, also our nonprofit developers, in a more targeted area. That way we can get more bang for our buck, and really kind of move the needle on addressing some of the housing gaps that we have. So that'll probably be a next step. If there has to be any changes in zoning, we would want to do that as well, so that we can again continue to move a little bit more quicker to filling these vacant parcels or removing blight.
Well, and it improves the whole neighborhood, which has been your passion. But when you live there and you have blighted properties all around you, that's not conducive to a happy, healthy neighborhood or life.
Absolutely.
So you've been talking about it a long time, so I know you've enjoyed working with Sevely.
It's been great.
Yes.
I'll be so interested to hear the entire program and presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. More Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.